Hi there, just a quick video about how I'm lacing my Xero shoes. Now, I had a bit of a problem. My big toe kept trying to go off the edge of the shoe here. Just kept turning, no matter what, both feet, and I couldn't get comfortable with the standard lacing. So I've ended up with this pattern across here. Now, let me just show you that in a little close-up. Essentially, I've kept the normal toe hole, and I've added two extra holes at the side here, just a short distance in, and effectively, if you have a look when I've got the shoe on, you can see where it is. It basically sits in that little sort of slight indentation either side here, and sort of slips slightly further away from the heel as you get towards the big toe. Now what I do is with my foot in the shoe, I make an L shape here and go to the outside. Okay, so around and under the outside, and then come up, and I do a couple of, well, in fact 3 loops. And reason being that just if I've got two laces separate here, when you try to put your foot in, sometimes you get your toes get caught. So I find it easy to put these loops in, and that first loop I have angled away from my toe, so it's going out towards the outside, and that's just purely because that's the shape of my foot down there. And I did try the other way around, it wasn't quite as comfortable. Like I say, so we've looped around 3 times, and then we've come across here to the outside, and again angled away that first little loop, because that's the shape of my foot, and round twice effectively here, and then one last time just goes under there. Reason being, so you can make this cross shape like this. And it should be fairly, that doesn't need to be tight there, but it is effectively fixed. I mean, if I put the shoe on the floor and just hold that, that's, I mean, I can get my fingers under there, but it's not going to move much. It's fairly stable. Once you've put that in there, you can unlace and lace up your shoes as many times as you like, and then from there it's just standard lacing really. So I'm not sure if I got this the standard lacing way around, but essentially I just then sort of straighten that up there. As it happens, I've also got this wrapped around twice here, just raises this slightly. Again, just found that slightly more comfortable. So if I put the shoe back on, get my foot in a good comfortable position, so get that to more or less to where I normally have it, and just get this tuck. It shouldn't move very much because I've already got that in, laced in. Normally before putting this loop in, I would do this extra loop and I would just tighten up, but there's no need. It's already comfortable for me there. One thing I do tend to do is I then put a thumb on there, on that one lace, hold it in place, and put a little small finger under there, just so I can then give this a little tug, just because I don't want it any tighter than that, but I do want it reasonably tight, so that when I take my little finger out, there's a little bit of slack in it. It's not overly tight, and then just keep my finger there for a second, or just to pull that. Right, okay, so there we go. That's that done, and then it's just standard lacing. So over with standard lacing, reasonably tight. And it tends not to matter too much, but can be quite tight across the aisle. It tends to be looser at the front for me, just purely because I don't think your foot moves very much here. So anyway, just again, it's standard lacing. Yeah, that's your standard lace. Now I tend to just finish off a little here, because I like to keep a bit of spare lace just in case. So effectively just loop under there and through. Make sort of like a little star shape here. The same again here. In fact, I go on the inside and up to bring the lace so it's going in a down direction, and just tighten that off. And finally on this side here, and just tighten that off. Now you notice that I've got quite a bit of lace left over. What I tend to do that is I just remember to make sure it gets in the right direction. Yeah, I think it is. I wrap that around. I just until it basically to go down to the bottom of the shoe, and it is literally loop under, back through, and then just tighten off, and it makes a nice little pattern. But essentially, it's just preserving a little bit of lace for me in case I decide I want to change the style at some point. And I take that until the lace is short enough, probably just leave an inch or so down the bottom here, just and then easily just tuck that back through there, and perhaps loop it in through here. I'm going to actually just do one more loop there, just to get that last bit out of the way. It's not quite as sometimes, but you can either end up with that little bit there, or as I usually have it, I just tuck that in there. It's sort of out of the way. Doesn't hurt anything, and that is now quite nice. And it's not tight there. It's not tight here. It all tends to stay in place quite well. Actually, I will tighten that up in a minute. As I've left it a bit loose. I've not tightened quite as well as I normally would down there, but essentially you can see the effect from here. This is one that has been on there for a while, and it's reasonably tight under here, reasonably tight here, but it is still slip-off style. One thing you notice is as you pull out, your big toe tends to grab hold of there, and you push back in, and it is just pull that. Typically, what happens is this catches on top of your foot, so you just push your toe in, pull that up, and then you should easily get the lace around the back. And what tends to happen is if your toe was encroaching to the left, your shoe self-rights, even if you actually sort of give it a good twist and a couple of paces, and your shoe's back in the middle. So job done. Hope that helps.